So what are the factors that trigger us to act, to want to do something? And Dr. B.J. Fogg, I think he's with Stanford right now, came up with this model and his theory of behavior. And that's that behavior to act on something is based on three factors. One is your motivation to do it. Two is your ability to be able to do it. And what ability means is, for example, supposing I want to attend a party in LA. And so from here to LA is about 6 hours. And so the party starts in an hour. Well, evidently my ability to attend that party is not very good. So therefore my motivation goes down and I'm not particularly interested in that party anymore because it's not realistic. And so the things that you fear in the purchase process, or the things that are basically your no's, are related to your ability to actually do something. And finally, is there a trigger? Is there something that'll make me want to do this? And it could be an intellectual trigger. It could be a financial trigger. For example, what is the big variable that they always use on you? Time. It's like, well, gee, if you buy it right now, I'll give you 30% off, but if you wait, it's gone. So that's a trigger. Oh my God, I gotta hurry up and buy this thing. But anyway, like anything else, you're here, something is there. The question is how quickly can I move you from here to here, and how many steps do you have to take? You can move people in small steps, but trying to move them in large steps is extremely difficult. So in terms of motivation and ability, if you plot it together, this is what Fogg is basically saying, that for a trigger to be effective, there has to be either a certain amount of motivation or a certain amount of ability or simplicity for you to execute something. And this is part of the genius of Amazon, and that's that Bezos went through the internet. Because when they came out, I mean, people didn't purchase things online like they do today. And so what he did is he looked at all the factors that might stop someone from buying something, and so therefore he attacked those issues, and Amazon is the biggest online seller in the world right now. Well, maybe Alibaba, but that's for nerd stuff, for common goods. Anyway, the thing about digital CRM systems is, why do we need it? Well, the thing is you get lots of information, and they say, well, you can just put it into an Excel spreadsheet. The problem is that your Excel spreadsheet, okay, so you want to do some sorting. You want to look at certain amounts of data. Or say, I want you to tell me what's going on 2 weeks ago, or how that's changed from a week ago, or something like that, to track it over time. Excel doesn't do any of those things. CRM systems do. And that's why you need a CRM system, that if you want to scale. Not only that, how do you go about changing this data? So when you look at CRM, what is it that you do? You go through this process where you get intelligence, you do analysis, you formulate strategy based on those results. You try it again, and then you feedback and keep going over and over again. And so this is the process we keep talking about. And that's what CRM data functions do. They track and manage your data. They allow you to do an analysis. These programs can scale to, the low-end ones typically can go up to like 100,000 users. Not only that, but visually, how can I look at data? And that's what dashboards are for. That you want to have the right metrics, you have the right summary figures, and you want to be looking at the right variables. And you can actually see how it changes over time, especially with new promotions. And so here's an example. This is Microsoft, but you see they've got the sales pipeline up there, which steps in the process. They want to see, where are they losing people in that process. Also your activities. They allow you to do to-do lists and things like that. Here's another example of a dashboard. Here are the typical features, and Zoho is, I'm not endorsing anyone specifically. It's just that Zoho laid everything out so neatly and made for good slides. But essentially, this is what Zoho is in a CRM. And so it's your lead areas, essentially the beginning of the funnel. Who is it that you're going to go after, your contacts, your activities, which is your to-do list, everything related to sales and marketing, email and collaboration. It connects to your business processes and also finance. It circulates the information within your organization. And so these are some of the things you want to look at. You want to store your history. You want to know your client preferences. You can actually set up rules like every year on the client's birthday, send them a coupon for 10% off or something. The thing is, Amazon's best customers are prime customers. And the prime customers actually end up spending over the course of a year something like 8 times more than the normal customer. The thing is, in terms of your own internal processes, syncing data so everybody across and all your devices and everything else, that everything is updated the same way. You're going to have to talk to other people, and so you have to generate reports. So having those nice graphics and everything else done for you, so you don't have to, like going into Excel and trying to make nice stuff is pretty much non-existent, as you can see from some of the stuff I've shown you in this class. And also you can develop a scorecard so you can see how you're doing well or not doing well. So here are the number of different kinds of tools that are out there. All of these offer CRM systems. In a certain case, somewhere between the Excel spreadsheet and somewhere between a CRM system, there's something in the middle, and that's you don't need a CRM. There are people like that. But essentially the ones that are on the right-hand side, the two columns to the right, represent less expensive software, smaller systems. When you start getting into the millions of customers, now you're talking more about the Salesforce type thing or Oracle, although Oracle's typically just an add-on. But anyway, what are the kind of things you look for in a software package? The thing is, especially the smaller systems, I've always liked cheap software. It's like $100,000 a seat, $5,000. And wow, you pretty much can do everything this guy can do. Yeah. And this is what you do when you're a startup. And so you're looking at, how many users can actually use this software? And is this software that I download and put on my own computer, or is this something I use in the cloud? The advantage of using something in the cloud is, guess what? The speed of computing is on their computer. Essentially, the only speed you're concerned about is sending, essentially, commands to the cloud, and the cloud sending stuff back to you. And this is why you pay all this rental. The thing is they're going to put it on a computer that can run much faster and much better than what you're using. Price per user can be as little as $10 a month. Some of these are free, but I don't know, the free versions tend to be clunky, and then if you want to print something out, it's watermarked and things like that. And for the cheap systems, you could pay like $150 a month for unlimited. How many contacts can I put in there tracking my deals? How much storage in terms of gigabits do I need? And a lot depends on the kind of data. Like, I don't know about you, I've got a terabit hard drive on my home laptop, and that's, every month it's like, oh, I only have 10 gigs left. I better start erasing stuff. And also, what software will it interface with? And that's that not all these systems are transparent, and they integrate in different ways. And so these are the elements which I hope my CRM helps me with, especially lowering my costs, making me more efficient, getting more sales. Improve my retention rate. Again, the churn. Bringing customers in, which ones I can hold and which ones are going to leave. And so some examples of the things that it does is it goes through the hierarchy of effects through the process, whether it's sending emails or whatever. It determines what the right frequency and means of contact you should do. And also, it gives you that database for when you want to upsell and everything else. The thing about a CRM system is the toughest thing is getting everybody committed to it. Like any kind of enterprise software system, the hardest thing is trying to get everybody on the same page. But that's what CRM systems are all about.